Hello, guys.
Hi.
And welcome back to Off the Record.
Hello, hello.
Obviously, you guys know who we are. We are PhiaJay and Julez.
Definitely.
And we're back Thursday night already.
It comes down so quick.
It really does. Do you know what, yeah? Yesterday, I was just like, oh my God, it's Thursday tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It comes down so... do you know what? I was saying to my colleague today that, like, I'm glad it's almost the weekend, but we're wishing our lives away.
Trust me. Trust me. That's how I was like one of my colleagues at work as well. She was just like, it's Tuesday today. I was like, why is she excited? Because tomorrow's Wednesday and it's pretty much nearly the weekend. I was just like, yeah. I was just like, yeah. But deep down, I'm just like, oh God.
I can't really think about the weekend until like Thursday morning time. Wednesday is too soon. I mean, Wednesday feels like you're over, like hump day. Wednesday's hump day, you're over the hump. But I just can't think about the weekend until like Thursday comes. I think about Off the Record. Then Friday comes and it's weekend.
And then again, it's Monday.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
How
don't
it
talk
is.
about that.
It's how it is, really.
So guys, let's just go through the contact details.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. So our number is 0739 8820922. You can WhatsApp, you can call, and you can text. Also leave us messages on the Wjgr Global chat room, and you can Skype us Off the Record PJR. Facebook, PhiaJay Julez Revealed, and the Wjgr Global Radio Facebook page. And of course, Twitter at PhiaJay_Julez.
Yep, you know the drill.
Yep.
So PhiaJay, how's your week been?
I've had a good week.
Nice.
It's been a strange week. I've had some reflection. I don't know if it's reflection. I'll tell you what I'm trying to get at. So it was Valentine's week.
Boy, we all
just
know.
gone. That's Sunday.
Yep.
Well, my little sister had a Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, you did say. How did it go?
How is my little sister going out on Valentine's?
Girl, don't hate. Let her enjoy.
No, I can't believe it.
Enjoy that.
Of course, she did enjoy. I can't even lie. The guy treated her well. I didn't get to meet him, unfortunately. I was at Self Love, but I'll go on to that in a little while. So he came here because obviously they're young, so they're getting a bus and a train or whatnot. He came here, picked her up, gave her a little gift, a little Valentine's gift. Then they went where they were going, and she had the choice of restaurant, and he paid for the meal. And they were supposed to go cinema afterwards, but she said she was too tired. So, and then he brought her back home to make sure she got home okay, and he went about his business.
Oh.
So yeah, I can't even fault the guy, but imagine after all of that, right?
What happened?
Valentine gift, dinner, all this. She ain't interested. But do you know what? I don't mind saying it because I don't think he's watching or listening, so it's all right. She wasn't interested in the beginning.
So she just went for the sake of
She
going.
told him. She said, I just want to be friends. And but he says, no, let's go. So she went.
At least she's honest with him. And
Yeah.
she's not,
Yeah, but it still feels weird. Like my little sister, I have an older brother. He can do what he's doing because he's big man. And I have two younger sisters. And I just feel too protective of them.
Yeah, but remember, they're all growing. They're
don't
growing.
Tell me this. I don't want to hear it.
Do you know what? It's so weird because I was talking to someone at my workplace, and I'm not going to put my brother out there, bless him. But she was like, "Oh, sir, you got any siblings?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a sibling. I've got a brother." She goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, how old is he?" I was like, I forgot how old my brother was. I was like, "He's going to be 24 this year," and it makes me think that it was just the other day when I thought when he was 16 and he was going to his prom and everything.
Oh my gosh.
And man, it is literally a big man with a grizzly beard. And
He is.
And
He's handsome though. Your brother's looking handsome. Yeah. He's just shot from like little boy to just big man. It's strange.
Yeah, man.
Life don't wait for nobody.
Life doesn't wait for anybody.
So yeah, I've had a good week, but it started off well. My little sister, they're growing up. Work was cool. I've had a good week. What about you?
Good. My week has been all right, actually, apart from one day. But it's been okay.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Cool.
I did kind of upset you over the weekend. I don't think did I?
Did you? Oh, what? Because we had plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did upset me. I ain't even gonna lie. She did upset me. We had
I just already know.
Because I'm not even going to go into all the details, but we had plans, I woke up, done my chores, done what I had to do in the house, ready to go and do what me and Jules were going to do. And she said to me, she's not in the mood. Like, you're not in the mood.
Yeah, no.
So we haven't really spoken properly since then.
I know we haven't. Do you know what? Yeah, when PhiaJay sends me the text with the okay and the dot, I know she's vexed. That's just how I know. I just knew when she was just like, okay, dot. I was like, oh yeah, she's not happy.
Well, we need to make our plans for this weekend. Don't tell me that you got plans, please, because we've got things to do. Anyway,
I'll schedule some time in. Yeah,
we're just gonna gloss over that. Just gloss over it.
But overall, my week's been okay.
Yeah,
I did. Someone at work, I won't disclose anything, really did grandma gear today, and I was just like, you know, when you just. The thing is, and this we're gonna talk about this a little bit later. You just don't want to come across as the typical, as they like to say, if you're black and you raise your voice or you're saying what you're saying, you don't want to come across aggressive.
Oh yeah.
So I just had to calm myself down because it seemed like the information I was giving to her, she didn't quite understand it, and she's like, "Oh," I was just like, "Calm down." And I think I've said this to you. And I was actually saying it to my sister. You know, there's always that one person in your workplace that you feel that doesn't like you, and you don't know why.
That one person, because I think I've got plenty at work.
Actually, I've got two people, but this one in my just this one that I just don't think. But anyway, you know, I'm not there to make friends.
Exactly.
I'm not there to make friends, but you know, it is what it is. I come to do my job, get paid, leave, go about my business. So
I think, like, I do have people who grind my gear, but I just, you know, that there's a saying, kill them with kindness. I just kill them with kindness. You know, I'm polite in my emails and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's not really a situation where I can get vexed and get rude anyway. So you need to just. What
my issue is that you come into workplace, you basically, there's two people in the room, you say hello to one person, you completely disregard that I'm there.
Oh, yeah, that's rude.
And I'm like, oh, hi. Oh, hello, Jules. How are you? Oh, so you now visually see that I'm here. I've become
I don't
visible.
have those kind of issues.
Nah, it really, really pisses me off. And the thing is, you can't really exactly say, do you have a problem with me? Because they're like, no, I don't have a problem with you. So you just got to keep it moving. So that's what you do. This is what you do. So apart from
that... Have you just come here to rant about work?
No, I haven't actually. I haven't. I just, this week, that person in particular, and that was not even my rant. So, but I just had to mention, obviously. But apart from that, I've had a pretty cool week.
Good. Tell us your week, guys. What have you been up to?
Yeah, let us know.
How's work been? Do you have the same kind of problems? Do you have the person that just grind your gear? But like I said, I just have to kill them with kindness, because that's what annoys them even more. When they like, not even rude, but when they're irate and you don't get irate back at them, it burns them. I'm telling you, because they want a reaction.
It's true.
They ain't getting a reaction out of me because I've got money to collect at the end of the month for my salary. No way.
I got bills to pay, and I ain't gonna let no argument get in the way.
No way. So, talking about rant of the week, what is yours?
Oh my God. So guys, you know how last week I was discussing the excitement that Beyonce tickets for her new tour, Formation tour, was coming out very soon. Yeah. And I was just like, yes, I'm about to get them tickets. I was like to my friend, actually, I text PhiaJay, do you want to come? I'm still waiting for a response. Yeah. It's now how many days ago, or even a week and a half ago, that I sent her the text. I'm still waiting for a response. But anyway, I'm not here waiting for her, so she knows me already, innit? So I got a next.
Let me ruin the story. Carry on.
But I got a next friend, yeah. So I was like, oh, do you want to come? She's like, yes, we got to get a ticket. We're about to turn up in the place. I was like, hell yes, we're going to turn up at this tour. So I got to work on the 16th of February at 8:30 in the morning. I start work at 10. So I was like to myself, yes, when the clock strikes 9:59, 8:59 in the morning, I'm about to log in, be ready with my card on the side, ready on that website. I had the website open on my phone, had the website open in the two different browsers, ready to go. So I was like, yeah. It got to 9 o'clock. Please wait while we process this page. I said, process what page? I was just on this page, not just 2 seconds. What are you processing? So I'm there waiting. Finally, I got to the page where it allows me to find tickets. So I get onto the page, and then afterwards, it's asking me, am I a robot? Do I look like a bloody robot? Let me just order the damn tickets. I was just vexed. So then I was just like, no, I'm not a robot. So it's now doing this spinning wheel thing. We'll let you know in 2 minutes, 1 minute, whatever. I was like, all right then. And then it now says we cannot find available tickets. I said, find available what? You better find them tickets. And bearing in mind, yeah, it's 1 minute past 9. So I don't understand why you cannot find 2 damn tickets for a show that is going to be seating 90,000. That's basically 90,000 people.
What, in one? Not in one sitting.
No, in the whole of the arena, it's 90,000.
So in one, like, so they have like they show it on Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
No,
whatever.
she only had one show.
90,000 in one.
Yes, and you're telling me tickets are gone? Nah. So then I tried again. Tried on my phone. Tried on the next. I tried on Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer was doing some kind of rubbish, so I just closed that. And I was waiting again on the Google Chrome. So I was like, let me try one ticket. Then it come up with one ticket, but I was like, I want one seated ticket. How am I going to sit by myself and my friend go sit in 2 rows down? So I was like, okay, let me try the 2 ticket. Let me try the 3 ticket. Let me try the 4 ticket. Oh, there's no tickets. So we can't find any tickets available. However, you can try on this website you can get the block seated tickets, basically the seated tickets between £150 to 350. I said, pardon, 150 to 350.
Was this like a site where someone buys tickets and sells them on the site?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you mean.
I said, nah, not today. So I tried for 10 minutes and I gave up. And then eventually it was like tickets were sold out in 10 minutes. But in my eyes, tickets were sold out in a minute because I didn't get no damn ticket.
Ain't nobody got time to be chasing after Beyonce.
And the thing is, yeah, then afterwards, after all of that, oh, she's just added an additional show.
Oh, what, in London?
In London on the next day after, which I knew was about to happen. But I'm just like, on this. Look, it's not that deep.
So you didn't even try to get tickets for the second
show?
No,
I don't think it doesn't sell until next week.
Well, do you know what?
I've already spent that money, boy.
When you told me about it, I did have a look. And then I thought, really?
So you looked?
Because my sister wanted to go as well. So I thought, let me look. And then I just thought, do I really... Beyonce, like, it's not really for me. It's not for me.
No, but listen. She's going to give you the performance of your lifetime. At least, it's not those ones where you go 2-3 times. You're not like a fan. You just go because you're going to get your money's worth. She's going to dance the hell out of you. She's going to slay the hell out for you. And she's going to do whatever she does. And she's going to sing as well. Because, she can sing. And you know you're going to get a show.
But you're not going. So why are you promoting?
Yeah, moment's past, innit?
Yeah.
No, if my friend...
Beyonce is not really...
Yeah.
Like, if someone gave me 3 tickets, of course I'm going. But for me to pay my money to go and see Beyonce, I'm not really into Beyonce that much. Don't get twisted. I think she is hella good at what she does. But she ain't for me.
No, do you know what? Yeah, if my friend is listening and she does plan to get tickets, I'm still on it, but I'm just not doing the legwork again. The legwork was hard work, boy.
Yeah,
getting to work at 8:30 in the morning while it's still dark outside.
You should have told me I had O2. You can get O2 priority.
What the bumper ass? Why are you just telling me this now?
Oh, it's too late now. So anyway, my rant of the week is: did anyone see? Oh, what was it called? A TV show last night on Channel 5. It was something like Bad Children or I can't remember the name of Did you watch it?
No.
There was some program last night on Channel 5 about these bad breed children, right? And then after that there was a next program after about this boy with these big hands. When I tell you the hands was big, the hands was big, big, big. So anyway, going back to this show now. I didn't even watch the whole show. And damn it, I forgot I was going to put it to record today. Oh no!
Is it back on again?
Yeah, because Channel 5 doesn't have. No, Channel 5 does have +1, but I missed the +1, so I thought, all right, I'll watch it on Channel 5 +24. So it's like the following day, but it's kind of already started, so I can't even record that. But anyway, what I did see from this show, this woman had 6 children, I believe, right? I didn't watch the show good because I was doing other things on the shelves in the background. She had 6 children. There was one child in particular. This child was bad. This child was bad. He was stabbing the sofa with the knife, threatening the mum, misbehaving with the other children. She's saying, child, come back. Child's gone running off down the road. This child was bad. And all I'm saying is, that child needs some good discipline. And do you know what? It's a shame because people say, you know, single mums, that's what happens when you're a single mum. But that's not what happens. You know, I know a lot of single women who are raising their children, are raising them well. But it's like, when you see things like that, you have to think, oh, is that theory true? Because she wasn't controlling. She said that she can't control her children. What kind of nonsense?
And what you're just saying now just reminds me of my bus journey home on 2 or 3 separate occasions. Bless this woman. She looks like she's an older woman, but she's got like a young son who's probably about 9 or 10. And she was like to this boy. I can't remember the boy's name. I'm just gonna say Dylan.
Where did you get Dylan from?
I don't know. Dylan just on the top of my head. So you can hear her, and I've got my music on, and I can see the child literally jumping on top of the seat. This child is about 10, 11 years old, jumping on the seat. Dylan, sit down.
She's got time. She has got time.
Dylan is still jumping on the seat. Dylan, listen to me. Sit down, or the bus driver is going to tell you off. Dylan is still rolling around and jumping on that damn seat. Now he's swinging on the pole. And mum is not doing anything, not giving one... Dylan, if you do not sit down, I'm going to beat your ass.
She's got too much patience.
She's like, Dylan, what do I have to say it again for you? Sit down.
It's not even just the Dylan over and over again. Does she not feel embarrassed to have to be talking to her
and
child like that?
That's the thing. I would feel for her.
I would feel so embarrassed if my child was so unruly.
I felt embarrassed for her. Because I just didn't understand. Like your child, and obviously, clearly, everybody's looking like, oh God. You know, everyone's looking at her like, oh dear.
I remember actually I was on the bus one time, and you know, like the poles go up to the top of the roof of the bus. Not the roof, but you know, up to the you know, the something. The child was climbing like monkey, and the mum's just sitting there watching.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, guys, that was not even my rant of the week. That was not even either of our rant, actually. But we just got to say a quick hello to Dr. P in the chat room. We see you there. But listen, my rant was bad breed children, but I just thought of something that I saw day before yesterday, which sick to my stomach. So I work near Liverpool Street. So on the way home now, I got the train from Liverpool Street towards where I live. And I get on the fast train, sitting down, got my book, you know, I'm ready to chill. Some people come on the train, some not young boys. They're like maybe... in the early 20s, maybe, you know, just doing what they're doing. They seem, I think they were English. Anyway, I can't even bring myself to say this. On the train, not on the platform or somewhere else, on the train, the boy turns his head and spits on the floor. Oh, I could not believe what I was. Did you know how I couldn't believe what I was seeing so much that I couldn't even say anything. And then a woman who was like in front, this white woman. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, this white woman.
You're only describing what she looks like.
But okay, let me just tell the truth then. The boys are white, 3 white boys, and then the woman was a white woman as well. She turned and said to the guys, oh, you know, that's nasty and I can't believe in so and so. And they just looked at her and laughed. I could not believe on the train, the boy just turned his head and just spit on the floor. Well, I was so shocked. So it's not just bad breed children, it's bad breed everybody. They ain't got no manners, no brought-upsy.
Sorry, guys, you can clearly see that I'm trying.
Yeah, what's happening over there?
Having some technical difficulties. I don't want my mic to drop while I'm talking, so I'm just like, so I'm going to hold it. But yeah, no, I completely understand what you mean. I was coming home from work yesterday. I don't know how this has turned into one of those rants where we talk about public transport, but it might be one of those ones where we add it every single week. But like a group of kids, they were a mixture, so they were black, white, mixed race, you name it, Turkish, everything. And we could all see them all get off the train, and this is at Romford, so we're just like, oh, the train's gonna head off. Then now the train is leaving, and these group of boys now banged on the window, and it's just like, what are you banging on the window for? And you know when people are just scared, but clearly you can't do anything because it's like, you know, the train is moving. You can't just go, oh, there, what there?
No, you can't.
Do you know what I mean? But everyone was scared because the bang obviously was a shock. It was like bang, bang, bang. We're like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And it's a group of kids.
You got to be so careful when you're out and about. The other day I was driving down the road actually, and I looked up and I looked at the back of the bus, and these people were fighting. Now I don't know if there was real fighting or, you know, when boys just... On the bus. I don't know if they were real fighting or just tumbling like boy stuff, I don't know. But you've got to be so careful when you're out and about. Yeah, listen guys, just got to have a quick look at the WhatsApp. WhatsApp's got me laughing here. DJ Matt is saying, don't let that boy slap you. I'm sure he's talking about either that bad breed child from Channel 5 last night. Jules, are you right there?
Yeah, just continue talking.
Not sure if DJ Matt is talking about the bad breed child from Channel 5 or from the people that are monkey swinging on the bus. Younger General, he thinks Dylan is listening in Grenada and he's Younger General's cousin. He said that we should stop talking about him. I hope that Dylan's not bad breed.
Dylan was the name I came up with in my head, boy.
Yeah. So, guys, let us know how your week has been. What's been going well? What hasn't been going so well? Just to remind you, the number is 07398820922. And you can call, you can text, and you can WhatsApp.
And make sure you guys are in the Wjgr Global chat room as well, because we are interacting with y'all. And you can also go on our Facebook page, which is PhiaJay and Julez. PhiaJay Julez Revealed. And then also the Wjgr Global page, which is Wjgr Global Radio.
Are you sorted with your mic now?
My mic is finally sorted. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Clearly, if we didn't have a camera, y'all would be like, why is she quiet? What is going on?
I just left you to do.
Yeah. It's sorted now.
So, guys, we should explain, actually. We're going to change up the format for the next few shows. We are stripping from topics. We're not having a main topic. We're just going to talk to you guys, talk to each other, have an interactive conversation with you all about anything that comes to our minds. We want to hear what you want to talk about. So call in, text in, Skype in, whatever takes your fancy, let us know. But the first thing that I have to address, I absolutely have to, is who has seen that video on Facebook with those two black women on the Steve Harvey show? The thing upsets me so much.
And the thing is, I watched that video on someone's Facebook and I think I sent it to you,
Yeah.
didn't I? And I said, PhiaJay, come look at this. Just come and look at this. Us out here. Anyway, basically, let's explain the video.
I know what you was going to say. David, expose me, please.
So these women, they are single. They're twins. They're single and they feel like they have something to offer, but they're not finding great men.
Just go back a bit. They're about, well, Americans look older, so I would say mid-20s.
I think they're probably mid-20s, mid-20s, late 20s.
Yeah, they look a bit older, but I think it's just because American women in particular just look a little bit older.
And to be honest with you, their hair was...
Yeah.
They need to... Anyway.
Go on with the story now.
I'm digressing. So, Steve Harvey sent them on a date with these two guys, and what the catch was is that he... disguised them?
Yeah, he put like disguise stuff.
Yeah, so disguise stuff. So made them look, not exactly pleasing to the eye, but for them, they didn't look quite pleasing to the eye. So he sent them on a date, and straight away, these women were very what's the word I'm trying to say?
What, very rude?
They were rude. They were disconcerted. It's like they had made their mind up as soon as they sat on the table, and they didn't give the guys a chance. And it was kind of like they were giving these answers like, oh, so one of the guys asks the girl, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I just see myself being really amazing.
She said more amazing.
More amazing.
Like, say she may be already amazing.
But the thing is,
this is first date. But calm yourself.
But the thing is, your 5-year goal is to be more amazing. Is that it? Is that what you value for your life?
Upset me. There were other questions though. She was asking him, how much do you make?
Yeah.
How many bedrooms in your house do you have? This is first date, This ain't even gone nowhere yet. This is first date.
So then afterwards, they were just kind of like, and then it led on to the guys then answering their questions, and he was like, I want a loyal woman, all of this stuff, etc., etc. And she's like, actually, it's so weird because I was talking to one of my friends and I think you guys will match perfectly.
He's like, what?
And he's like, what? So you're already kind of like throwing me off to your friend and you're not giving me a chance? But long story short, the date finished and they were just like, we think they're really amazing guys, but they're just not for us.
They said they have great personalities, but they're just not for them.
Which we've heard many a time, not only from women, but guys as well. You
Yeah.
have a great personality.
I think they said no. They said they've got great personality, but there's no chemistry. Now, when I was watching them on the date, I thought they had chemistry.
Yeah.
I mean, the questions the girls were asking were all weird and all off, but I did feel they had good chemistry, but they just weren't opening their eyes to it.
Yeah, they weren't open-minded.
No.
They already, I think that as soon as they sat at the table, they had made their decision. It's just like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't see it. I don't care for it.
So
gonna...
the two guys, in my eyes, they weren't ugly.
They weren't ugly.
One of them had receding hairline, which the girls I don't think they didn't like, and I think one had like a mole on their face. But I wouldn't call them ugly men.
No, I
but
wouldn't.
they dismissed them.
Yeah, and I think again, it's their appearance. They based their feelings or what they had on the way they looked. And to them, they didn't look in a certain way that they felt that, you know, it could quite match who they were.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they then go back to Steve, and Steve was like, how did you think you guys were on that date? They're like, yeah, we were nice.
Yeah.
And Steve was like, no, you were not nice.
Steve was real.
Yeah, he was like, you were rude. And then one of the twins was like, yeah, I was rude. Yeah, I was dismissive. Yeah, because, you know, I just felt like they weren't really for us, you know, da-da-da-da-da. So then Steve then explains that, you know, it was an experiment and we put them in a disguise. And then he's like, I want to introduce you guys to the guys, obviously what they look like. So these sexy looking men, now came out. And then, look, I sent this video to my brother, and my brother's like, you could see the burn in their eyes, boy. You could
burn it in their chest.
The burn. And you know when you try to smile like...
No,
deep down you're like, oh God, what have I done?
It.
What have I done? And then Steve was like, so what did you guys do? And then one is like...
Get ready, guys.
He's like, I'm one of the top
10
real estate agents in Atlanta.
Oh. My knees would have just buckled at that point.
I said, look at that. And then the next tall one was like...
Are you the tall one?
Yeah, man. Because he was tall. Now said, I think he said, I'm executive.
Yeah, executive something cover at something cover. But some big high...
Some big thing. Because Steve Harvey's like, what are those shoes?
Yeah.
We shop in the same place.
Yeah.
So clearly the guy had money. Do you know what I mean? So
it's not even just money. These were some well put together
men.
Well put together men. Like the way they presented themselves, they were well put together.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
these two women just felt like idiots sitting
they
there.
They absolutely felt like idiots. And it's one of those things where a lot of women and a lot of guys as well, because I had the discussion with my brother briefly, we need to stop basing our chemistry on what someone looks like.
Definitely.
Give them a chance.
Yeah, it's not
Get
about
to know
looks.
them. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you could potentially be missing out on someone who could be a potential partner in the long term.
Definitely.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I want to say to you guys, did anybody see this video? Because it cannot just only be us. So let us know.
We did actually share it on our Facebook page.
We did, yes, on the Facebook page. So head over to Wjgr Global, you can see it on there, or you can head over to our Facebook page, the PhiaJay and Julez revealed page. So please call us and let us know if you've seen the video. The number is 0739882092. That video really touched me because the fair skinned man, I wrote it down actually because I didn't want to forget. He said that unfortunately the lady stopped at hello. So as soon as they walked in and said hello, the lady was like, this ain't for me. And had they not just let their guards down, but close their eyes, not literally, but just stopped looking at the looks, they could have got a little bit further with these men and realised that they might have had something in common. But the guy went on to say even more, and this is when my heart just I think you know what I'm gonna say.
I was like, woo-wee, yeah.
Hear the man now. So I'm gonna look at my notes. He said, I can't even bring myself to say it.
Girl,
this is a man. So he said, you started talking to me unconsciously. Communication was off. You started saying things that were unbecoming of a woman.
Damn, yo.
That is some deep something.
Damn,
you started saying things that were unbecoming of a woman. For someone to say that to you, man, woman, dog, cat, whatever you are, that is embarrassing.
And he said it so eloquently.
Yeah. You just, the man
like
just
to
sat
say,
there.
I'm not insulting you. But let me tell you something. You are not going to take me for a fool on that day. I'm going to tell you how I really feel.
Yeah.
And you could feel like it burnt her.
It did.
When he said that. And do you know what? It's one of those things. Like, I hate to say it. I don't know. I think it's a black woman thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree, definitely. I think it's a black woman thing. But do you know what? We can't really preach.
Yep.
And do you know why I say this? Because I was thinking of it. You're looking at me as if to say, what's she going to say?
Girl, you better say it.
A long time ago, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but a long time ago, Jules and I tried out speed dating. And I don't know I'll just tell you how I felt about it. You see the people coming around, right? And me personally, I would see someone coming around, haven't even got to ask the person what their name is, but I've already in my mind said, no, that person ain't for me. We ain't going to get on. To be fair, I think I was right in most instances. I can't, there's no point me describing what they all looked like. This was a long time ago. But when I was watching the video, I was thinking, let's be honest with you guys, I could see a little bit of myself in there that, I did do this when we went speed dating, that I would see people coming around. I think, no, I ain't got time for that. And it tended to be the ones who looked a little bit more ghetto, I'll be honest. But that video was too much. I mean, Dr. P is saying that those girls are mad upset because they missed out on some money. But Dr. P, it's not even about money. I think black women in particular, there seems to be some kind of shortage of black men, if a black woman is looking for a black man. And it's not even about money. If you pass these were some well put together men. You don't really come across, and I'm not offending any of the men out there, I really, really am not, but you don't, in our age especially, you don't come across put together men like that. So they missed out on their chance, boy. They missed out. And like I say, when I was watching it, I could see chemistry between them.
Yeah. I could see it too. But the thing is, going back to what PhiaJay said about the speed dating thing.
Oh yeah, so I didn't give you a chance.
Was the opposite, because she thinks that I was like shutting them down. I was actually giving them an opportunity. I was having conversations with them. I was talking. I was thinking, could this go somewhere? I actually genuinely was talking to them and having a conversation. I actually met someone. Oh, I didn't really meet someone, but I didn't meet anybody. But what I'm saying is that this person, it's funny because the world is so small. Where my dad comes from in Nigeria, it's a small place, and there's not a lot of us. And that speed dating, I met someone who is from that place, and I was just like, this is such a small world. How interesting is this? This thing is playing games with me again. But yeah.
I just think that people need to be mindful of how you are treating people based on looks, because there's so much more behind what they look like. There's so much more to get to know about somebody.
Yeah. There's so much more.
Yeah.
we're just looking at the chat room, and General just said most of the men is stressed.
But what are they stressed about? Tell us.
Yeah,
we're giving you a female perspective. Let us know, what are men stressed about? Let us know, General. All I say is, if you haven't seen the video, watch the video.
Yes,
you can
definitely.
have a look on the Wjgr Global Facebook page or the PhiaJay Julez Revealed Facebook page. Please check it out. It's only, I think, maybe 6 minutes, but it's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta be careful.
Because the thing is, I didn't even watch it once. I watched it 3 times. I just had to watch it because we all have that in us.
Yeah, we do. We
all have that in us.
To be honest,
in that we make the judgment beforehand without allowing the person to speak and allowing to let that person's personality shine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just look at their come up. We just look at, what they were. Okay. No. Okay, so he came in a tracksuit. Oh, hell no. Why are you coming to a tracksuit in a bar? What the hell is that about?
No, but why are you coming to a tracksuit? Coming to the bar in a tracksuit?
Oh, you never know. There might be a story behind that.
Would you go to the bar in a tracksuit?
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Okay.
But there might be a story behind that. You know what I mean? I just think, you've got to give that person a chance. If you don't give that person a chance, you'll never know. Do you get what I mean?
But there's you've got to be careful though, because I see what you're saying, Jules, and I totally agree. But then you can't think to yourself, okay, you're going to speak to anybody and everybody, because you do have to have your standards, not in looks, but you do have to, you can't just fling out yourself to everybody and entertain everybody's nonsense. You have to kind of know what you're dealing with and so and so. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you.
General is. I think General's feeling this topic actually. Money used to make the world go around. Now it makes a relationship. You know what? Money is. Money can be destructing to a relationship, most definitely.
Yeah.
You know, I think it causes so many arguments. Not just in the early days, middle days, late days. Whenever it is in a relationship, it can cause so many arguments. And I think the two people don't even mean it to. But it's just, I think it's just such a, not a sore topic, but such a topical topic that it just seems to stem into relationships and, you know, bed down and mash it up.
Now, I agree with you because, not to say that I'm a selfish person, but maybe it's because I've been burnt in the past and I'm very wary about certain things and how money kind of does make a relationship in this day and age, and it probably has in the past, but the elements of it has now shifted a little bit because of the generation we're in. And I have an issue with if I'm dating you and you ask me for money,
this is early dating, isn't it?
Yeah.
This
that
is
puts
a real
me off completely.
Oh girl, I totally 100%
because
agree.
I'm thinking, if you don't pay me that money back, oh God.
It's not even just paying it back.
It's awkward to ask for your money back.
It is. But for me, it's not just asking for the money back. If I'm dating someone and getting to know someone and they ask me for money, it makes me think, hold on a second, is this person for real? Is this person seeing me or dating me because they want to, or because they want to take advantage? And it puts you on a back foot. Whereas if that person didn't ask you, you could get to, are you okay there, Jules?
No, my mic has come off. So I'm just going to hold it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know what I was saying there. What was I saying? What was I... You totally thrown me.
I've completely thrown her. I'm so sorry, guys. We're just having a technical difficulty, but whatever. But
I'll tell you what, let's play a quick tune. Let's sort this out, and then we will come back to you just shortly.
Yeah.
Okay, doke.
Are you ready? Are you ready? I hope you're ready. Are you ready? 'Cause I am. Said I'm ready to party. Yes. Yes. Grab your coat. Get your keys. 'Cause whatever you're drinking, it's on me. It's on me. Stay here if you want to. Say what you want to. But I got a party. I needs me a party. Came here to get you. But I can't wait to grab me a partner and cut a rug up tonight. I found a place where we could boogie. Boogie tonight. I found a place where we could boogie. Boogie. Oh. Are you ready? Are you ready? I know you're ready. I'll be ready. Here we are. Said we're off in the party. Yeah. Let me wet my throat. Get 2 or 3. Then it's on to the dance floor. Follow me. Stand if you want to. Stare if you want to. But I got a party. I'm up in the party. You're glad that I got you. And it's alright. You got you a partner. So cut a rug up tonight. Yeah. I found a place where we could boogie. Boogie tonight. I found a place where we could boogie. Boogie tonight. I found a place where we could boogie. Boogie. I found a place where we could boogie.
side.
Dance,
Move your hips side to side.
dance. Oh. I told you, you feel it. You got to be feeling it. You feel it? I know you feel it. Go on and dance. Dance 'cause you want to. Rock 'cause you have to. 'Cause ain't it a party? Show enough a party. I told you I had you. And we just might find another party and put a rug up tonight. I found a place, yeah, where we could boogie. Boogie tonight. I found a place where we could boogie. We can boogie, boogie tonight.
Move your hips side to side.
Yeah.
Move your hips side to side.
So, guys, welcome back. Sorry about the technical issue. You probably
So
could
sorry.
see. You probably could see. I was trying to fix the mic. I think I fixed it now, but I've just got to literally sit and not touch it. I guess I'm being
That is
really,
going to be very difficult for you.
really fiddly because I'm such a hyper person. But obviously, you guys were hearing tweets. What was the song called again?
Boogie tonight.
Boogie tonight, I found a place, yeah, where we could boogie. That's a tune.
So, guys, I was saying,
Yes.
dating someone and they ask you for money. And I'm not talking £5, £10. No, but why are they asking for £5, £10? In dating stage, I don't feel anybody should be asking anybody for any money because it puts pressure on the dating stage of the relationship.
If you guys obviously just tuned in because we just literally dived back in and PhiaJay was just like, I'm not
Because
having
I
it.
feel so strong about
Yeah.
it.
So basically we're talking about, if you're dating someone, it's fairly new and the individual asks you for money. It's like, what do you do? And how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
And
And
obviously,
I've had that situation.
oh,
And it pissed me off.
and the thing is, I've just learned to just pretend that I'm broke. Oh, I don't have money.
But I just don't think people should be asking those kind of questions.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
true.
made me think differently of the person.
Yeah, it does. It does make you feel differently. Even though the person might, that person might be genuine and, just at that moment doesn't have enough money and they've asked you for that money and they're like, actually, I'm going to give you back the money next month and they give it back to you. But in that, it's just so awkward. I
Yeah.
would rather suffer in silence than ask you for money.
Definitely. I think if you're with if you're in a relationship, it's totally different.
Yeah.
You trust that person, you're in it with that person, you support that person 100%, not just financially, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, all those different L's, but in the dating stage, I just think it is so wrong.
Yeah.
But please let us know, particularly what do the men think about it actually, because
Yeah,
obviously we have the female perspective.
Yeah, we'd love to get the guys' take on this.
Yeah, and the ladies out there as well. But
definitely, because it'll be quite interesting to. How would you guys feel if a female did ask you for money? You guys are just on your first few. You've just been dating a few months. Getting to know each other, and she's just like, "I'm really having a tough month." Or actually, can I borrow a couple of £100 for you? Would you willingly give it to them?
I wouldn't
I find
do
it
it.
hard
I
to even
couldn't,
part
no.
way with £20. So
it just sets the scene off so wrong. So wrong. So please let us know what you think.
Yeah.
The easiest way, or the most nowadays, the easiest way is WhatsApp, call, or text. You know how we're getting all tech savvy.
Yeah.
Number is 0739 88 20922, and you can WhatsApp, you can call, and you can text. And also, go on.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say, if you guys are shy and you don't want to call in, just drop us a WhatsApp message. We understand. Or drop us a text and we'll read it out. And obviously, we'll big you up at the same time. So make sure you drop us. Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know.
So, should we go on to what you wanted to speak about?
I wanted to speak about, and this is quite a serious one, and it was an article that I read, I think, last week, and also it's kind of like a big thing that is, I feel like it's been swept under the rug in the black community, and it's mental health within the black community, especially black women. And I sent this article to PhiaJay to have a read about it, because it really did, when I was reading it, it really did hit a nerve, and it touched me in a way that, you know, everything that was spoken about, it's basically, I'll just explain, it's this journalist who writes about, you know, obviously black women who face mental health issues and how they deal with it. And a lot of the times us black women are sectioned into mental hospitals because of what we're currently going through. And would you call it a taboo?
Yeah, I would call it a taboo.
Yeah.
Amongst the black community, not just women, men as well. I think especially younger men and women, I think it is a taboo.
Do you reckon younger? I reckon it's a bit older. And let me explain. I think in this day and age, if I was to go to my mum, and there has been times, you know, I'm going to put it out there since we are off the record, you know, I've suffered from depression and suicidal thoughts. And the first reaction, especially my parents being African, is, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Know, you shouldn't be going through that. You know, it's a thing of, you have so much in life, so why are you feeling depressed? You're alive and well, so why should you feel depressed? And it's one of those things where you don't even know what's going on in your brain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have experience with it or if you understand.
No, I haven't had experience, but they were talking about this self-love event that I went to at the weekend. So hearing you talk about it, it's just like hearing it back at the weekend.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where, and I don't think I've told this to PhiaJay neither. I would wake up some days and I just don't want to be out of bed.
This isn't now time, so there isn't it? You're talking about before.
Before times. Yeah. And sometimes I do experience it, and I'm putting it out there, I'm being honest. There's some days where I just feel so low. But I'm able to talk to my sister and kind of like, I think it's good to have someone to talk to and someone who understands. It's difficult to find that when, you know, you have family members who don't necessarily quite understand it and just think that it's one of those things that you should get over it and just move on with life. And it's difficult. And with this article, it was kind of like, she really pinpointed that, you know, black women are perceived, especially black women, as being strong.
Yeah.
And we have to be strong. We have no reason to feel, I can't wake up to tomorrow. Or I don't feel like getting out of bed. You've got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, people out there might say, well, you know, white women experience that too. Maybe so. Maybe. But I do feel that black women have more of like Jules just said it, they have to be strong. Yeah. You know, they have to, and it sounds like we're just singling out the black women, but
we can only talk on experience.
Yeah,
we can only talk
on experience.
On, you know, what we are surrounded by. Not to say that we're not surrounded by white people, but obviously our family members are black, so we can only base it on that. Because I know that, you know, my mum's extremely strong.
My mum's strong.
And there are times where I sit there and think to myself, wow, do you not ever feel like you're sitting in your room breaking down crying and you know, saying, I can't do this anymore, I've had enough? But they keep it moving because
they do.
You know, it's the perception of you've got to be strong.
You do, that you can't let nobody else see your weakness. Like you have to be strong. You can have your weakness times in the house, but once you cross over that threshold to go out a door, you have to have a smile on your face, be that strong black woman that everyone expects you to be. Definitely. And then it's so, all the pressure that is placed on that person, when they come back in the house, they just crumble.
It's true.
And it might not be that they crumble, that, you know, they drop on the floor and start crying. It might be that they can't even function in the house. Or it might be that there's thoughts going on in their mind that they can't even begin to even understand. Like, you said something earlier on, and the lady at the self-love event last week said the same thing, that, you know, people might look at someone and say, well, what have you got to be depressed about? You've got a job, you've got, you live in a good house, you've got a car, you know, you've got money in your bank account, you've got this, you can eat the food, you can wash your clothes in the washing machine. People would say, what have you got to be depressed about? Now, I don't know, I don't have personal experience of it, but I would assume that, you know, even the people who have it all can still be depressed.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And I'm saying that from experience, not to say that I have everything, but I live a comfortable lifestyle. I live I'm happy with my family. I love them. They love me. You know, we respect each other. So, but again, it's one of those things where sometimes I would just wake up and just feel like I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to be anywhere. I just want to, and it's not a lazy thing neither. It's not like, oh, I want to have a lazy day, but it's just, you just have this overwhelming feeling of depression and stress, and I just wish this could just, I don't want to be here. It's one of those things where, you know, some people feel like that and you don't even know that, and then the following day you can be completely fine. Do you get what I mean?
So you say you think it's more of a taboo for the older people as opposed to younger people.
Yeah.
I say it's more of a taboo for youngers, because I think if you see someone who an older person who has some kind of mental health condition, you might say, oh, they have Alzheimer's, they have dementia, they can put labels on it. It might not be the correct label, but they can put labels on it. But I think when you're younger, they would say, well, you can't be depressed, or you can't have Alzheimer's, you can't have this, or you can't have that, you can't have ADHD, or, you know, bipolar and this stuff, because you're young, you know, you're young and vibrant, you know. But the older people have gone through years and years and years of life, they will say, oh yeah, that person had a difficult life, you know. That's why I say it's more of a taboo around younger people. In my opinion, more of a taboo around youngers.
I can see where you're coming from in that sense, but I think nowadays people are understanding what it is, and they're no longer afraid to come to acceptance of what that is and get the help they need, because a lot of the times I feel like and not to place the blame on the older generation, it's one of those things where, you know, like I said, it's kind of, you've got to get up and keep it moving. What have you got to be sad about?
Yeah.
What have you got to feel depressed about? Do you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where, you know, the older people can say, well, in my day, I went through this, and this, and I turned out okay. So for you, you know, we've paved the way for you. So why do you feel like, you know, you've lived a comfortable life? So what's the problem?
It's not a comparison thing. That just because you've had your life in your way doesn't mean that I must live the same life. Whatever perspective you want to look at it, you know, just because I've done this doesn't mean that you must, or so and so and so and so. Just have a say quick hello to Andrea Thomas, who's just locked into the Wjgr Global chat room, and you've missed all the conversation about the two girls on Facebook. Let us know if you've seen them. If you know what I mean when I say the two girls on Facebook, then I'm sure you've seen the video. If not, head over to the Wjgr Global Radio Facebook page. Everyone else, please do head over to Wjgr Global Facebook page and have a look at the video with the two women, because that's still burning my chest.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to mental health. I just think that it's difficult for me to speak on because I don't have any personal experience of it, and I don't really know anyone in my immediate circle, obviously, apart from Jules. Not that you're mentally crazy, of course, but you just spoke about personal experiences. I just think it's easy to say that person's got so much, so why should they be upset, down, depressed, whatever label you want to put on it? But, you know, people go for different things. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You really, really don't. Don't just assume. You know,
it's true. And I think it's just one of those things where it's acceptance as well.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't accept it. You know, not to say that, you know, it's okay to, it's not okay. I think it's just accepting who you are and what you go through, and just getting the help you need to get. You know, whether it's through, you know, the NHS, and, you know, try to avoid. And this is the thing, try to avoid, you know, if they say, oh, we can prescribe you antidepressants. I don't think that's a good idea. I think it only makes you feel, and this is coming from experience, it doesn't make you any better. I think it's just temporarily. Whereas try and find the root of potentially, try and unlock the root. So if they offer some kind of therapy service, you know, you even do the research as well. It's not easy, but there's so much information, you know. Try and do certain things. Like, for example, I was saying this to PhiaJay, there's this organization that allows you to that have courses where you can meditate, and I think it's such a good thing, you know, to kind of get your mind at peace a little bit, and it really did help me because I was on a good high, for the next couple of days because it made me feel like, whoo, I can rein it in. It's, one of those things where I can just like, okay, back to center, back to focus, tomorrow's going to be a better day and I'm going to be okay. And just going back to the whole taboo thing and just how it is within us, our community and within our culture, I think we need to eradicate the fact that because we're black, we're not supposed to go, because of the colour of our skin, we're not meant to experience it. At the end of the day, we bleed the same blood. We are different, but we are also the same.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Definitely. And also, I think, because I don't know what it is about black men, they won't go to the doctors. I think it's fear. That's what it is. They don't want to go to the doctor and be told that they've got this illness or that or this or that. But if you're unwell, go to the doctor's the best place to be.
Me, I'll go to the doctor for anything.
Yeah, I
not
tried
anything, but you know what I mean. But if I feel like actually this doesn't feel right, this is very weird.
Yeah.
My body's doing something that I don't quite understand. I'm calling and saying, look, when is the next appointment?
But I think black women are more inclined, or women are more inclined to go to the doctor or the hospital or whatever if they have some kind of ailment. But men just too afraid. Do you know what it is? They don't want the doctor to be pushing their finger up the bum hole to be checking for the prostate. Don't want them to be looking at the penis, to be looking for this, looking for that. They're just too afraid.
And you know what? Yeah, those kind of things can save your life.
Oh, amen. Definitely.
They can save your life. And again, it's one of those things where I think it was it? I think at the Ladies Unite event where they mentioned about a lot of black men are dying from prostate cancer.
Yeah, that surprised me actually.
And it's one of those things where you need to get checked.
Yeah, just like women supposed to have a smear test from the age of 25, men should be having prostate cancer tests. I'm not sure what age you get it from, and I hope the men out there do know so that they can sort themselves out when the time comes. Yes, got to take life seriously, boy. And you only have one life. You have to take care and make sure you live it.
Yeah, and mentally, physically, make
spiritually,
sure
emotionally.
Keep on top of your health.
Yeah.
Because like PhiaJay said, you only have one you.
Yeah. You're saying keep on top of your health. I'm so unfit. I need to get back to the gym.
Physically, but I'm getting there mentally and spiritually.
Oh yeah. All that is cool. But I'm saying, I'm just thinking of my fitness, like it's too much. I can't even go into all that. I've just got. Have you seen the message from Dr. DJ Matt with the big hands? So if you joined the show at the beginning, you would have heard us briefly touch on the guy with the big hands. So last night on Channel 5, there was a show with the Bad Breed Children. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like Desperate Parents or something. The Bad Breed Child. And after that was the guy with the big hands. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, I felt so sorry for this little family, right? Let me just give you a brief rundown of this show. So the boy, they lived somewhere in India, somewhere in like the village parts of India, and this boy had not even just a hand like this that was big, like the hand, the fingers were floppy. It was you have to go and look on Google or something to see what I'm talking.
I'm seeing the picture and I'm just like, oh dear.
Definitely, if you head over to the Wjgr Global chat room, Matt's put up a picture of the boy with the hands. I think he was about 8 or 9, and the parents hadn't gone to go and get him checked because they were scared that the doctors would amputate his hands. But he couldn't use the hands. He could drag things along, but he couldn't really use the hands. And it was just so upsetting to see. Like, the mum was crying, and the wicked, bad uncle was saying how he's a child of Satan or some devilish, demonic something. That's why he's got the hands like that. They couldn't send him to school because the children were bullying him in school. It was so sad to see. So anyway, fortunately, a doctor in another part of India wanted to operate for free. So they reduced the size of the hands and the arms as well. The arms would, I can't even say swollen because it wasn't swollen. They were just big. All the chest was big. And they managed to reduce it. When I was watching it last night, I don't think they reduced it enough, to be honest. But there must have been some kind of medical reason why they couldn't go any further. But I think watching that just made me think you've got to be so grateful and so thankful that we are blessed with good health. I mean, I complain that I'm not fit, that I can't run up the stairs all the time. But, at least I've got 2 normal functioning hands,
two
gotta
normal functioning feet.
You got
And
to
that's
be
how
so
it-
so
But
blessed.
then the thing is, you have to be blessed, but you got to look after that damn body.
Yeah, you do. You do.
And I'm literally preaching to myself right now because
Yeah.
I do that every single week. I'm just like, oh, I need to lose weight. I need to be more fit. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I even said to PhiaJay, I was like, yeah, trust me, yeah, I'm going to lose so much weight by carnival. Look, we are in February. Ask me if I've even gone. I've even thought about, I'm going to start jogging. Ask me if I step foot out of the house with the running trainers.
Remember we were supposed to go jogging with our friend?
Yeah, walking. Yeah, that still ain't happened, you know.
Yeah, we'll have to text her. Actually, we're seeing her soon. Actually, so we'll arrange that. So this show last night, it was too much. So Matt is just clarifying. The doctor was trying to get his hands to work. I remember now. The key thing was to get the hands to function better rather than reduce them back to like how our hands look. Yeah. Which I understand, but they still. I mean, it is a journey. You know, they had the operation, and I think it was only a few weeks after that we saw the results. There was still a lot of time for healing and swelling to go down and blah blah blah. But it was so sad to see, you know, when they were taking the boy into the theatre, into operating theatre. He was saying, first of all, he was saying, please save me, Allah, please save me. And then he was saying something like, he was saying other things. I can't remember what he was saying, but it was so sad to see. And to see the mum and the dad, you know, they were absolutely distraught for their little child. But tying it back to the medical thing, one of the doctors did say that if that child had gone to see specialist help aged 1 or 2, they could have stopped it there. They could have got the hands back to at least maybe close to what our hands look like. But because they didn't go and left it for 8 or 9 years, that's what happened. So if you have some kind of medical ailment, no matter how serious you think it may be, go and get it checked. You do not want to end up with the big hands all 8 and 9 years later. It's not even no joke.
Definitely.
Yeah. So guys, let us know what you want to discuss today. The number is 0739 8820 You can WhatsApp, you can call it, and you can text, and you can join the World Jam Global chat room, and you can Skype us on Off the Record PJR, and you've also got the Facebook pages PhiaJay, Julez Revealed, and World Jam Global Radio.
Yeah.
So I was reading the I think this was on. Hold on 1 second. So I was reading the Metro.
Oh dear.
It's today the 18th. Yeah, I was reading the Metro today, as you do, and Kanye West has said,
our favourite guy, the man full of wisdom. Wisdom, I quote.
No, don't worry about it. So Kanye West, he said that white publications shouldn't comment on black music because they don't understand it. First of all, let's take music out of it, right? I think let's generalize this more. So what he's saying is that white people cannot comment on the affairs or the troubles or the whatevers of black people because they don't understand it. I agree. I can see the logic.
I agree.
But I don't agree. Agree. I'll tell you why I don't agree.
Okay.
Because I'm not generalizing, I really, really am not. But black people tend to not research things and not look into the reasonings behind. I mean, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying some tend not to research and look into the reasons behind things and all sorts. Whereas I'm not saying white people, but white journalists or research or whatever they may be would look into these things, and they may not understand it and live with the things that black people live with, but why can they not comment on it? It's creating more segregation. You're saying that white people talk about white people things, black people talk about black people things, Jewish talk about Jewish things, Chinese talk about Chinese things. Why are we segregating life like that? Why can I not talk about something that one of my friends are experiencing? I might not be able to really, truly understand it and know how it feels to live with whatever that situation is. But why can't I talk about it?
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. I'm going to say I agree with that comment.
With Kanye West?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I agree, and it's one of those things where... I'm going to read the comment again. It says, white publications should not comment on black history, just black everything. Blackness, because they don't understand it. And I agree, they don't understand it. I don't think you can read the amount of books, you can do encyclopedia, you can be a lecturer, But for me, blackness is more than reading books.
Yeah, definitely. But it depends on what you mean by blackness.
Our
If you're to- if-
history,
Yeah.
our culture, you know.
Yeah, but
I think for example, you're Caribbean. Do you see a Caribbean recipe book? One with the white woman on the front cover, she's claiming that she can, she can cook up some good jerk chicken and her recipe is on point. Or you see Levi Roots' book and you think, Levi Roots has got some good jerk chicken.
This is different, Jules.
No, but
this is different.
Okay.
Which
book would you pick up?
Can I ask you a question? Did you see when Jamie Oliver or one of them cooked the rice and peas and
Don't
chicken?
even get me started on that nonsense.
He said that he was cooking rice and peas and I think he said jerk chicken. He made some long grain rice, I think it was, with garden peas, the green garden peas, right? Didn't even sprinkle no coconut water, no season, nothing on it. Just the rice and the garden peas. And I think the chicken, he might have put some black pepper and salt on the chicken. And that was his rice and peas and jerk chicken.
But listen to this. He even tried that with the jollof rice. He tried that with the jollof rice. He tried to do some next thing with the jollof rice.
How did he make it?
I can't even remember, but a lot of people were peed off.
Oh,
Imagine.
imagine.
I think he tried to claim the recipe like, this is a recipe I found and it's absolutely amazing. And he's anyway, we're digressing.
Food, I agree. No. Food, I agree with the people who we have out there and out and about. But that's not to say that a white person couldn't throw that in the kitchen and make good food.
My friend's mum,
Yeah, but that's different. Was she born in St. Lucia or did she live in St. Lucia?
No, she lived in St. Lucia.
Exactly. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
Obviously, she's a white woman, but
I'm talking about the English white woman who lives in England. They can still throw down. They can try to look at something, not with the garden peas.
Don't try it with the garden peas. But anyway, what I'm saying is that because I just think, the information potentially they are getting is the information they have found. Like, for example, let's go back to history books.
Yeah.
They cannot make history books. Okay, a lecturer, a white lecturer, cannot make history books because they haven't experienced the history of, they're getting information from people that have experienced that history. And who is the people that have experienced the history? It's the black person.
Yeah. But let's say me and you, we can talk about everything we know about black history, but we didn't experience black slavery as it was way back in the day.
Of course not.
Way back in the day. So it's just similar to a white person describing it because they've had all the stories, all the history.
But then I can talk about my experience with racism.
Yeah, now.
Yeah,
but not back in the day from since how long?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, okay, racism is racism. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not to say that my hardship times of racism is in.
Oh no!
Of course not. That. Nah. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that not to say that. You see, it's difficult because I can't sit there and say that white people. There are white people that have experienced racism. They probably have in maybe a country that is dominantly.
I can't say that white people experience not racism like we know.
Yeah,
I can't say they do.
And that's what I'm saying,
No, but then you're saying that only black people should talk about black people things. And that's not segregating people.
No, but it's not only talking about black people. I feel like when we talk about it, there's validation.
Okay, the article is, and if you read the article as it is, it says that white publications shouldn't comment on black music because they don't understand it. But we're taking music out of it. So I'm just going to repeat it again. White publications shouldn't comment on black things because they don't understand it. Now, if you want to talk about understand, like live it, know it, can write the book about it, then fair enough.
Yeah.
And I agree that only a black person could really describe how they feel when they walk into a room full of white people, into your boardroom at work, and you walk into a room full of white people and look up at you and they're not too sure if your hair is, if it's dreads or if it's just nappy hair, and they're asking you questions, all this nonsense. Only a black person can really describe that. But if you're just talking about things more general, like Kanye West said, music, why can't white people comment on black on white and China on Indian and so and so and so and so and so and so? Why can't
but can I ask you something then?
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about music, if you're listening to, prime example, I'm listening to soca and a white woman. 'Cause I've seen this actually. This white woman is singing a soca tune, and I think to myself, what?
Yeah, but what? Because you get some. It's not only black people that can like soca,
Yeah,
you know.
I know that. But to me, when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is interesting. But the notion and it was just so static. It wasn't.
I don't know what you're referring to, so I don't know because I'm thinking.
I'll find you the video.
Find me the
and
video.
I'll let you know
because I know
and
that
you can watch it.
I don't know. Oh, go on, sorry.
But I just think. I think the thing is, when we do get, like, for example, prime example is that, you know, black people are the originators of music. You know, we originated so many genres within the music industry, rock, you know, blues, R&B, everything. And for, you know, to hear someone try to imitate our sound, it's kind of like, we know you're imitating our sound. Or, you know, for example, like when Kanye West, when Kanye West is talking about, you know, niggas in Paris and all of this stuff, and a black person, I got da-da-da-da-da, my struggles, this and that. And when a publication then talks about his music, like to say, like, actually, you know, your music is trash and what you're talking about is trash, I can see why he says that they shouldn't comment on it.
Yeah. If you're talking about music, okay, let's talk about the Beyonce situation.
Yes.
Now. The Beyonce situation. I think it is so wrong because if you I don't know, who's the white version of Beyonce? Should we say Kylie Minogue?
No.
Well, who's the white version then? I mean, I don't mean like sexiness.
Taylor Swift. Everybody loves all them white
I don't really know about Taylor Swift.
Everybody love them. All the white people love Taylor Swift.
Okay, so if we talk about Taylor Swift now, if she was come up with some radical new tune that, you know, showed white people in a good light, or you know, promoted white people, you know, I don't know, let's call them, I don't know, whatever, white people, yeah, nobody would even bat an eyelid. They might say, oh, you know, have you heard the new tune? It's so topical, you know, so radical and whatever. But they wouldn't be counting for Beyonce. And everywhere I look, they're complaining about this one video.
This is a thing that you said last week. Being pro-black doesn't mean being anti-white.
Yeah, but then...
But everyone seems to think that all of a sudden, you know, it's racism. Why are you allowed to celebrate who you are? But are you forgetting? And it's one of those things. I was listening to a podcast. It's one of those things. She's just letting you guys know that I am black and I'm proud.
Yeah.
Just to remind you guys that this is how I look. This is how my child looks. My husband is black. You know, I eat this and this and this. And you can't tell me what I don't look like. And you can't tell me what I can't celebrate.
Definitely. But the thing that I would say about, because I remember saying last week that, you know, pro-black doesn't mean anti-white, but our guest Andrea made a good point that that is true, but, you know, pro-white back in the day did mean anti-black. So I think that's where they're making a generalisation.
But back in the day, wasn't black people killed for that?
Yeah, of course.
And that's the difference.
Yeah, you don't see nobody killing nobody now.
What black person is going to kill? Do you know? Oh God, I could sit here and talk about it for England. I'm a bit lost for words. But what I'm saying is just that allow us to just celebrate.
Yeah, definitely.
What we are good at.
Definitely.
Don't try and take away from it, and don't try and feel like because we've said this, you can now add your comment to what we know. Or what we've experienced. Is just like, go away.
I don't know. I get it when you talk about it like that, but I think to generalise and say that white people shouldn't comment on black music or black things, I think that's way too general, because I don't see what... Because you're basically telling me that I can only talk about things that affect a black person. And that I'm not going to be boxed in a box like that.
Of course you're not.
Of course I can talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Yeah.
It may be that I can talk passionately about things that affect me and people of my colour. But when I talk about something that affects a white person, an Asian or whatever, I may say, well, my friend in that situation told me this, but I don't really know it for myself. You know, you have to communicate it in different ways. But for him to... Well, I guess you agree with him. So for
once in a lifetime, I actually do.
And you agree with Kanye West?
I know, and me and Kanye, boy. Let me tell you, this whole week I've just been sending like not memes, but sending like WhatsApp messages to my brother and said, "Look at your friend, look at your friend." 'Cause my brother used to be a big Kanye West fan, so it's kind of like I'm just like to him, yeah, look at him, look at him, look at what he's doing, look at what he's saying, look at da 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 da. So yeah, just Andrew has just said it's cutting out. Is everyone experiencing a problem? We do
Yeah,
apologize. Hopefully we're up and running again. We do apologize. We just had a few issues, but it seems like we're still we're connected now. So let us know if you guys are experiencing any problems in the chat room, or drop us a text if you do have anything to say as well. We'll read it out as well on the WhatsApp.
Most definitely. Seems like we are back, and hopefully we are back to stay.
Yes.
So please let us know. What do you think? Do you think Kanye Right?
Kanye Right.
Who am I thinking of? I don't know who I'm thinking
I
of.
don't know who you are thinking of.
Do you think Kanye West was right to say that white publications shouldn't comment on black music because they don't understand it? Please call us. Let us know. Our number is 07398 820-922, and as usual you can contact us on the Wjgr Global chat room.
Yes.
And you can Skype us on Off the Record PhiaJay, and also we have our 2 Facebook accounts, the PhiaJay and Julez Revealed and the Wjgr Global Radio Facebook page. Please let us know your thoughts.
Or you can tweet us as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
At PhiaJay_Julez.
Yep,
And Julez is with a Z at the end, guys, not an S, because that can be easily confusing.
We're doing grammar lesson.
Yeah, man. Just a quick 1 2 1 2 1 2 lesson. But yeah, but I think and this is a subject I really would like to talk about in the future. Just being actually we're getting a call. I see the phone flashing.
Oh,
We are getting a call, so we'll connect this first.
hello caller.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi, it's Andrea. Hope you're both okay.
how are you doing this evening?
Good. Sorry I missed out on the first half of the show, but I'm in now, although the Wjgr Global is logged off again. I don't know if that's just my internet. But I wanted to comment on the Kanye West
Yes, girl. Love to hear your opinion.
talking about black music, and Kanye West, he just wants to say something for this very reason, so that people will talk about him, so that people will have some kind of opinion or whatever. So that's the only reason why he said it. But as Jules said, black people are the originators of all popular music, so therefore white people wouldn't be able to comment on any kind of music, really, if he's going to take it that far. Do you know what I mean? So, but I don't necessarily agree with the music. Like, they can comment on it. I mean, they can comment on anything, really. But my thing is when they're commenting on black issues and want to bring their white privilege in it, and
Oh, yes, girl. Oh.
and bring it like back to them. No, it's nothing to do with you. And it does come from white guilt. And as I said before, like last week when I was saying being pro-black doesn't mean being anti-white, because it doesn't at all. But it's because being pro-white has in the past and still does mean being anti-black. So it's just, I didn't read that article about Kanye West, so I found it quite interesting. But he's just doing it as a publicity stunt, so people are just talking about him. But I do feel that there's a definite thing in the media where white people want to comment on black issues, and that's fine, but give black people the same opportunity to comment on situations and experiences going on in their community. Don't dominate the field with your views.
And I want to actually throw this out there, since you are on the phone, Andrea. What do you feel about the comment of, and I don't know if we spoke about this briefly, quickly last week, but, the whole Black Lives Matters, and, how, a lot of, white people are now saying, well, all lives matters. And what's your take on that? And how do you feel about, how they're trying to shift the importance of what, how important Black lives are, and what it came from, that statement.
Well, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest, because anything black people do to progress and do better, white people and when I say white people, I don't mean all white people,
Yeah.
because not all white people.
Yeah, of
are the same.
course.
But the majority will want to try and do anything they can to knock it down. Black Lives Matter was a movement set up because young black people in America were being killed
Exactly.
at the hands of white police.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel you have to take away from that? Why can't you let these families who are mourning, these communities that are mourning, have their time?
Definitely.
Why does people know all lives matter? We're not saying black lives matter more than white.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. It goes back to that same thing of being pro-black. As soon as you're doing something, oh yeah, positive for black people, it means you're trying to put white people down. No, it's not. And I read a quote somewhere that it's like, all lives matter, all lives matter, oh no, all lives will matter once black lives matter.
Where did you read that quote?
Pardon?
Where did you find that quote?
I think it was on Twitter. Not Twitter, I'm living on Twitter. Facebook or Instagram or something.
Okay.
Yeah, all lives will matter once black lives matter. And
I like that.
And I think, because we know all lives matter. And the campaign isn't to say, the Black Lives Matter movement isn't to say that Black Lives Matter more than other lives. It's not saying that. It's a call for people to realise the injustices that are happening in black communities. And it's really sad that people were doing that all lives matters as if black people don't know that. Do you know what I mean?
And I think the fact that people are jumping on this and saying, "Oh, all lives matter" and blah 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 blah, you just touched it. They're taken away from the injustice that is happening.
Yeah,
they're making it all some big, not even political, but some big drama about all lives and black lives and white lives. But they're not focusing on why they're actually saying
and
Black
why
Lives
it
Matter.
started in the first place.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
that's the issue. I think that obviously you've emphasized on. It's so important that. And what you're saying as well is that they're taken away from the fact that why it started in the first place.
Yeah.
And
They're
now the
forgetting
debate is, we're trying to make, please understand it's all about all lives matter. But, you're taking away from the fact, the reason it started in the first place.
Exactly. It's not like it just came out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden, black people are like, yeah, we want to be really powerful. We want to be in the media. It's really great. Yeah. Then I could understand if there was a backlash against that. It came out of death.
Yeah.
Young people being killed.
And not just one,
And
not just two.
You can't even let black people have that.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Boy, they can't let us have anything these days. Jeez. That's how
And it is a real shame. It's a real shame. There was a point you said earlier, PhiaJay, that I wanted to touch on. When you was talking about Taylor Swift, I can't really remember what it is.
Oh yeah.
My memory's not great, so I can't really remember what it was about Taylor Swift, but that's my piece about blackness and black culture, and and I think it's important for us to, going back to what Kanye West said, I don't mind white people commenting on black music, but just make sure you give black people that same space in the media.
Well, this is
which
it. This
isn't the case at the moment.
This is what I'm saying. That comment, if we say that comment is true, what Kanye West is saying is true, then that means that we can't talk about other people's situations. I'm not saying that we must talk about it as if we understand it, but why can't we talk about it?
Well, the thing is, it's a lot easier for black people to talk about white culture and white music. Growing up in like the UK and the US, it's a lot easier for us because we're growing up as a minority.
Yeah.
So everything we do, we know about white culture. We grow up in it. We know the words they say. We know the food they eat. And we're very exposed to it, whereas they're not exposed to our culture. So because they're not exposed to it in the same way, they don't have the same capacity to speak in it as we do about white culture, English culture, American culture.
Yeah. I didn't actually look at it in that sense, and you're absolutely correct, especially in the UK, us being a minority, for people to feel like they can comment on, potentially what we do is just kind of like, but what do you know about? You don't know about my culture the way I know about it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, white people have a voice on everything. Like, there's not any field that that white people haven't spoke about where it isn't the same for black people. So we should be given those avenues to at least talk about our own culture, our own music, our own films, our own theatre.
Yeah.
Because we're not given the space to write about British history. The main person in that would be a white person. So do you understand what I mean? So
yeah.
Like I said, my problem isn't white people comment on black culture or black music or whatever it may be, but give us that space as well.
Yeah, so Bob Thornton in the chat room is saying injustice is not a black person's domain. And what about injustice to white people? What about injustice to Muslims? Very fair point, but at this current time...
Okay, hold on. Can we just elaborate on injustice for white people?
No, that's not.
Yeah, I would like to elaborate on. I wanted to really
elaborate on that because that's an interesting statement to say. Injustice to white people. See, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, Andrew, while you're on the phone, please let us know what do you think about the twins, the two girls on the Steve Harvey show.
That is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. But first of all, I only watched it once, and I could probably watch it again and pick through it. But the thing is, from a feminist point of view, why would you get those two women to do it? Do you know what I mean? Like, these are the fakest looking black women.
Yeah, that is
ever.
so true.
But they wouldn't have got two real looking, and I don't.
Well, that's what I mean. Therefore, it's not a fair test.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get PhiaJay and Julez to do it?
Amen.
No. You know what I mean?
I would have been glad to go on that date, boy.
I know, they were fine.
And when he come out that curtain, I'll be like, Lord Jesus, you answer my prayers today.
Even with their receding hairline and mashed up teeth.
Oh, yeah.
I would be like, my teeth crooked too, so it's not even a thing where I'm not perfect.
I just think by getting those two women, it wasn't a fair, because they're just from looking at them, and I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but you could see the way they were acting reflected the way they looked. They looked very fake. They acted very fake. They were very rude. They felt they should be better than someone else. And the men weren't like that. They were very humble. They were doing very well for themselves. Definitely. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why didn't they get some ghetto boys?
The thing
do you know what I mean? Why didn't they get some ragamuffin boys to come on the show?
You say. Oh, go on. No, go on.
No, carry on.
No, go on.
I was going to say, and for me, so he's just trying to make black women look bad in a way, that black women are superficial and materialistic and they only go for looks, but it's not, because to me, that doesn't represent me. Those two black women don't represent me, and they don't represent the black women I know. You know what I mean?
I think that's all well and good, though. But you said earlier on that, those two women, those fake-looking women, why did Steve Harvey get those women? But I do think that even if it was two different women, they may still have, maybe not such an exaggerated reaction, but they may still have reacted in the same way. I think that reaction just is in some people.
So that again, that reaction.
That reaction, the reaction of those two women just is in some people.
Yeah, I mean, but if you was on a date with a guy like that, he's being polite, he's asking about you, you're not going to be like, you're not going to be like that. We weren't raised like that. We're not going to be like that. But the fact that they thought because they weren't attractive, they could be rude to them, shut them down. I just thought they just showed really horrible characters.
Yeah, definitely. My favourite bit is most definitely when the fair-skinned guy said that they were saying things that were unbecoming of a woman. I just felt that is so deep. We was talking about this earlier on at the beginning of the show, but for someone to have to say something like that to you, then you know that you are wrong.
Yeah, because fair enough. They may not be. And the thing is, I mean, I think the person's personality, if they've got a great personality, that's going to outshine their looks anyway. But the fact that they were just rude, like at least chat to them out nice, man. Just okay, yeah, what do you do, blah blah blah. Even if you don't find them attractive, okay. But being as rude as they were, that was unbecoming of a lady.
Yeah, of a woman. It was. Oh my.
Because if it was like the other way round and a man was saying that to a woman, you need to fix that, we'd have been like, what? How can you do that? It's not right.
They knew that they had to be humble, though. When Steve Harvey revealed what was going on, they just had to humble themselves. There's nothing they could say.
They didn't even say nothing again, did they?
They couldn't even apologise because what can you say? You can't even say sorry.
But you could tell from their faces, even though they had smiles on their faces, like, yeah, I'm cool with this. But you could tell deep down they were not cool with this.
Those smiles were just plastered.
They were not cool with it. They were fine. When they came out, they were fine, handsome, good-looking, strong, powerful black men in powerful positions, making money, doing well, humble. Hello.
Yeah.
We totally get you. We totally understand. When Jules sent me the video, when she sent it to, I think I've watched it about 7 times so far.
God damn it, really?
I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. And when I was hearing how that man was talking to them, so eloquent. And like Jules said earlier on, he wasn't trying to cause any offence. He was just telling them and I think that's key, actually. Just putting the video aside. You know, I think in life, if someone is doing wrong, you should tell them.
Yeah. And
do it in a correct way. Don't put somebody down, you know. But if they don't realise the way to behave or to whatever it may be, then tell them.
Yeah.
I would hope that somebody would tell me. I might not take it too well, but you know what I mean. I'd hope that somebody would tell me. At least it
makes you sit down and really reflect on your life.
Yeah, and think about it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that was when I saw that, I was like, oh my god.
I tell you what though, you do see a lot of good little videos on the Steve Harvey Facebook page. I'm always scrolling through.
He has some good videos.
Say that again, sorry.
He has some good videos, for real.
He does have some good videos. There was one, I don't know if you saw this one. There was Steve Harvey and 3 women, and they went on a first date. Have you guys seen it?
No.
I haven't
seen that one.
There was one black woman, one white woman, and I think maybe like a Spanishy type woman. You not seen it?
No.
Well, the black woman, and it's nothing to do with race, but this was the black woman who behaved in this way. She went off to the first date and was all hugging up the man, rubbing up his back. You know, they sat down. She said to him, "Oh, can I have another hug?" So he got, and you know the tender, loving hug. She gave him the tender, loving hug about 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
She was saying to him stuff like, "Oh, I can't remember what it was, but she was just too much." Then, it then transpired that actually she'd been through a lot of difficult things in her life, and you know, she felt that the way to get with somebody was to show. She said to give out her cookies. You know what I mean by that. Give out her cookies. You know, give a little something for little.
No, can you explain giving out your cookies, please?
You know, like
I'm joking.
It's not even just sex. Like she said that she would wear a low cut top, maybe a short skirt on a date, so she could show the man what she's working with, rather than wear something a little bit more conservative. You know, that's how she felt that she wanted to portray herself. Now the second woman felt like she was always in the friend zone, and she would go to the first date in like, you know, like a lumberjack shirt. It's like the cross check shirt, like normal, shirt. Like normal, like a man type shirt and jeans. Nothing wrong with wearing that. But then she got to the place and the man said to her, "Oh, let's go and get a table." Hear her now. No, let's sit at the bar. She's sitting at the bar now. He says, "Oh, do you want a drink?" He gets an iced tea. She orders a beer. I'm all for being yourself, but you can't then complain that you're always in the friend zone, because she treated him like a friend. She was sitting at the bar with her knees up, resting on the bar. And you're upset that people treat you like a friend. What do you expect? And the third woman, I can't remember what was going on with her. But yeah, you do see some good, interesting things on that show. Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, Andrea, thank you very much for your thoughts.
No problem at all, ladies. And I'm locked in, so I'm looking forward to what you got for the rest of the show. How long have you got, actually?
Not long enough. Not long enough at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm listening and I'm enjoying it as always. So yeah, take care.
Thank you. See you. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
So, hey guys, please let us know your thoughts on what we've been discussing today. It's been a real, what do they call it? Hodgepodge? Is that a real? Is that?
I've never heard that
I don't
word
know where I'm
before.
getting that from. It's been a real hodgepodge show that everything's thrown in and just discussed.
Hot pot?
No, not hot pot.
Okay.
Hot pot is that when you put the sausage and the dumpling and all different stuff in the thing in it, like a casserole. Anyway, sorry to digress. So please do get in touch with us. Our number is 0739 8820 You've got the World Jam Global chat room. You've got the Skype off the record PJR. And of course the Facebook pages PhiaJay, Julez Revealed and World Jam Global Radio. And the Twitter page which is at PhiaJay_Julez.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll play a quick tune for you guys.
Yes.
Yes? Lovely.
I love you.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 'Cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
When I love you and you love me, I judge a blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you and you love me, I judge a blessing.
Well, it is almost loving you, my dear. It's my life priority. Just bless me with your smile. I love your simplicity. I'm dreaming of tomorrow for me and you. I'll make you my reality, girl.
I will be the woman to satisfy your need. You can count on me through thick and thin, supporting you do everything.
'Cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
Oh, like I love you and you love me, I judge a blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you and you love me, I judge a blessing.
Well, some of them are trying to confuse your mind, but diamond and gold not always a shine. Trust my heart and for sure you'll be mine. Look up to the sky, that a sign. Well
Oh,
then,
but that is just a waste of time. Them so can break down love divine. I am yours and you are mine, forever till the end of time.
'cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
Yeah, like I love you and you love me, blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you and you love me, you're blessing.
We come from far, but we still have many miles in front of we. Loving you is like loving Jah the Almighty. I will love you, baby, until the eternity. Eternal, just let your spirit free. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Loving you is like making love for the very first time. My heart's racing, my blood is pumping, and I just can't get enough.
'Cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
God, like I love you, you love me, it's a blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you, you love me, it's a blessing.
Welcome back, guys. We hope you enjoyed that tune. And my mic.
And the mic has
just
gone again.
Gone again. Do you know
Guys-
what? Yeah. Since we've only got 15 minutes, I might as well just hold it.
You have to be careful though.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
PJ, you can still talk.
Let me just play that tune again because I love this tune.
You Pen tune again?
Yep.
Okay.
I love you.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 'Cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
When I love you and you love me, I got a blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you and you love me, I got a blessing.
Well, it is a must. Loving you, my dear, it's my life priority. Just bless me with your smile. I love your simplicity. I'm dreaming of tomorrow for me and you. I'll make you my reality, girl.
I will be the woman to satisfy your need. You can count on me through thick and thin, supporting you do everything.
'Cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
Oh, like I love you and you love me, I got a blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you and you love me, I got a blessing.
Well, some of them are trying to confuse your mind, but diamond and gold not always a shine. Trust my heart, and for sure you'll be mine. Look up to the sky, that a sign. Well
Oh,
then,
but that is just a waste of time. Them so can break down love divine. I am yours and you are mine, forever till the end of time.
'cause when a man love a woman and a woman love a man, a judge a blessing.
Yeah, like I love you and you love me, blessing.
'Cause when a boy love a girl and a girl love a boy, a judge a blessing.
Like I love you and you love me, you're a blessing.
We come from far, but we still love many miles in front of we. Loving you is like loving Jah the Almighty. I will love you, baby, until the eternity. Eternal, just let your spirit free. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Loving
yeah.
you is
Hey
like
guys, sorry about that. I was having mic problems. I just got my sister just messaging me saying hashtag mic problems. Yeah, boy, it's really mic problems. But we've managed to sort it, and obviously we want to make sure you guys are still tuned in. Again, you can give us a call on +44 739 88 20922. You can WhatsApp, you can call us, you can text us, and then you can also go have a chat with us on the World Jam Global chat room, and we're on Skype as well, which is Off the Record PJR, and our Facebook page is PhiaJay Julez Revealed, and we are also on the World Jam Global Radio Facebook page as well. So yeah,
Can I just say, everyone who's feeling that tune, that is my jam. Like, I wish that, like, obviously I love speaking to you guys. I really, really do. But I just wish that I was in the front room by myself, waltzing around the front room, listen to my tune. You know, that's my feel good tune.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely. You need to listen to the words. That's just a beautiful, beautiful tune.
thing is, I don't know the tune. This is the first time I've ever heard the tune.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
probably have heard the tune, but I've not really listened to it. But yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, before we quickly wrap up, because we haven't got long left, I just wanted to mention something that was mentioned in the chat room by Bob Thornton, and he mentioned injustice is not a black person's domain, and what about the injustice to white people, and what about the injustice to Muslims? And I quickly wanted to touch on that subject because I think we are not only just saying black people, I think it's people of colour, and I think I need to really elaborate on that word, people of colour that face injustice. White people, in my eyes, and from experience, don't suffer, and again, I'm going at it from a general thing, don't seem to suffer from injustice because the people of color have suffered the injustice, I guess. You know, we've had black people who have been slaves. You've got the native Indians who were killed for their land. You've got, white people going into countries in Africa and, taking our resources. The list is endless. Do you get what I'm saying? And to me, that's injustice. And I really wanted to talk about as well is that the whole idea of injustice within the Muslim community. And again, it's mainly people of color, because the first thing you think of a Muslim person is an Arab person, Asian person. People don't think about, a Muslim person might be white and he might go and, do this or do that. The first thing they're going to say is, was he this color? Was he that thing in the first place?
Yeah, that's very true. Like,
do you get what I'm saying? So for you to come and say that what about injustice in white people? If you can really elaborate on the injustice, what injustice a white person has experienced, then fair do. But for me, I don't think you have experienced, white people have experienced any injustice whatsoever.
I don't think we can say any injustice, but it's not the same level of injustice that people of ethnic minorities, people of colour.
And I'm gonna put it out there.
No, you're welcome to your opinion.
You can argue. People. If you want to argue with me, if you obviously feel indifferent about it, please do say what you want to say. But I honestly believe that because it has become a white man's world, it's difficult to understand the injustice they face.
Andrew's asking us, what about Jewish people? Aren't they white? Do you know what? I'm not sure if we have a lot of time to go into this. Do we?
I think this is a subject that will probably take longer than what we have left. But I'm definitely going to keep in mind what Andrew has mentioned. What about Jewish people? Are they not white? I agree with you in a sense, but if we talk about the Holocaust and if we talk about what Hitler had done to the Jews, he didn't perceive them as the Aryan race, which was the race that was, you had blue eyes, blonde hair, you looked a certain way.
Yeah.
Again, to them, he didn't see them as white. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel that's an injustice again by someone who is a white person that feels that because they look a certain way or because they don't technically, they feel that they don't technically look like they're supposed to look, that, we're going to get rid of them. But anyway, that's a subject we can really dive into.
Definitely.
Maybe hopefully next week's show or the week after. I can be here forever talking about it. And, I think it's... before we leave, I really want to talk about the chat room's really popping. Andrea mentioned something about being politically black. So anyone of African, Asian, Arab, Caribbean, and Hispanic heritage.
And the list could probably go on. That's like probably I don't mean to be rude, but probably the main list. But that list could go on.
Yeah, the list is endless. Because we can talk about, Chinese Asians, Vietnamese Asians. The list is endless.
Yeah.
But, we're going to, unfortunately, because we don't have time left, we are going to wrap up. Thank you guys again for listening. Before we go, obviously, the deal.
Quote of the week. And Jules got away with it last week because we ran out of time and we didn't get to do her 52-week challenge or find out what her 52-week challenge thing was. So let's do quote first. So like I said to you guys last week, I was going to a self-love event on Valentine's Day, which I did. It was all about mind, body and soul. And the part about mind, she said a quote that I really, really, really loved. She was talking about depression and bipolar and different things. She was talking about the symptoms, what to look out for. That one label could actually cover a lot of different things. And all sorts. It was really, really informative. But one thing she said to me is, how do you know when you're happy? Not to me, but to the audience. How do you know when you're happy? And her answer was, you are happy when what you say, what you think and what you do are in tune. And that really, really, I thought, wow, that's so true. Because you could say, yeah, I'm happy, but you go home and cry. Or you can, I don't know, say, oh yeah, I'm feeling so great today, but then you go home and harm yourself. So being happy is when what you say, what you think, and what you do are all in tune. That is ultimate happiness. And I think that's really, really poignant.
Good stuff.
So that's my quote of the week.
My quote of the week, I found really important, and not really important. I think it's a really good one, and it's about accepting who you are and beating to the sound of your own drum rather than beating to the sound of everybody's drum. Is a flower does not think to compete with the flower next to it. It just blossoms. And it's so important to understand you are not the same as the person next to you.
Definitely.
Your life, your path is different, and you've got to accept that. And once you accept that, you will understand, you will become the person that you are supposed to be, and you will blossom in what you do. And it's not from following the person next to you. It's not from looking at that person down the road and said, I've got to have that because, you know, we are the same. I have the right to have that, you know. Do you get what I'm saying? I think it's really important to understand that you are your own flower and you've got to let yourself blossom.
Definitely. I think even just looking at me and Jules, I mean, we are so in tune with each other. You know, we do a lot of things together. We talk all the time, but we are so different.
So different.
And all we do is just blossom in our own separate way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't try to be Jules. She doesn't try to be me. We
are our own person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a nice little way to end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's all about my 50, because I didn't mention my
yeah.
52-week challenge. My 52-week challenge last week, and I did a blog entry this week actually, which I posted yesterday. And my challenge last week, which I didn't actually do, which I plan to do over the weekend, it's hard because this one, basically, it was watch. If you guys are familiar with Star Wars, for all the Star Wars fans out there, obviously the latest Star Wars episode 7 came out earlier this year or late last year, and there was a massive buzz about it. And I jumped on the buzz and I was just like, I've got to watch all the Star Wars films. So I put, one of my challenge was to watch all 7 episodes of Star Wars. That's 7 films.
That's hard.
And I forgot that I work during the week. And by the time I get home, it wasn't going to happen. And even the weekend, it just didn't happen either. I was just kind of busy. And then Sunday, I was, so it didn't happen. So I decided that I'm going to do the challenge this week and incorporate with the challenge that I have this week. And my challenge for this week actually is to speak to someone about God. I put it in there because I struggle with my faith. And I think a lot of people who, do believe in God, struggle with that and struggle having that conversation about their faith and, stepping out of their comfort zone about it. So I challenge myself to speak to somebody about God. It could be, it's not an argument, it's just a discussion. Someone's take. So what's your take on, Christianity? What's your take on, how do you feel? Do you believe there's a higher power? All of that stuff, just have that conversation and see where it goes. I haven't exactly done it yet. I know it's going to happen. I did try to cheat a little bit and said to my sister, well, we're talking about God now. So technically I am
No.
I'm talking to
Was
a
it
person
someone
now.
you don't know?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
I said talk to someone. I didn't say.
Okay.
But then I know, but my sister said something, you know what your intention is behind it.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're talking to me, then, and you feel like you haven't fulfilled the challenge, then therefore you know what you would know when the challenge has been done when you speak to someone you don't know. So that's what I have to do. I know that I have to speak to someone that I don't know.
So what's the challenge that you picked? Because you pick them on Sundays, don't you? So what did you pick Sunday just gone?
To speak to someone about God.
I thought, yeah, of course. So the Star Wars was
okay,
right,
yeah.
okay. I'm still trying to get Jules to pick them on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
She's not keen. I don't know. Well, I do know why. It just doesn't fit. She likes to have the whole week ahead to do the thing.
Myself, yeah. Because I write an entry about it as well. It's kind of like, doing it on Thursday, then writing the entry. It's just, But maybe 1 week. One week I might do it. Just
maybe 1 or 2.
No, 1.
I'll try.
She goes, no. But anyway.
So, guys, do you remember last week I was talking about Lent and what are you giving up? What am I going to give up? I have to admit, I totally forgot. I didn't remember. I said I was going to think about it. Well, I didn't think about it.
You didn't even
So I wanted to.
that mic and was
I had my remember my white chocolate and strawberry cheesecake.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. And my juice. So yes, I wanted to ask you guys, how's your Lent going? What did you give up? We've got some more time, so please text us, give us a call or WhatsApp us and let us know. 0739 8820 What did you give up for Lent and how is it going? I don't have anything to report because I didn't give anything up.
I'm not gonna lie though. When we finished the show last week, I did go home and I was staring at a bag of Maltesers at the side of my bed, and I was like, "Rah, I really could do with the Maltesers right now." But I was like, "Let me be good." I did say I want to give up sweets and chocolates. And the next day I failed completely because actually the next day I didn't take. Because I have a chocolate bar. I didn't take the chocolate bar to work and I didn't buy anything on my way to work. So it was the day after I was good. Yeah. But the day after that, went straight out the window.
So what about now? You're still eating chocolate and the sweets?
Let me tell you something. On the bus home, I was eating 2 chocolate biscuits. So
yeah, I'm not really into chocolate. I love white chocolate. If I have chocolate, it's got to be white chocolate. But I have to be in the mood. Like they say that women like a lot of chocolate, especially at their monthly time. But chocolate's just not for me. I love sweets though.
I just have naturally a sweet tooth for anything. Anything sweet, we gotta have it.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're running out of time. We're really, really, really sorry about that. But yeah, so how's your Lent going? I hope it's going really well. You've got, I would say, maybe 32-ish.
I think it's less than that.
It was a week ago, wasn't it? It was a week on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
So about 31, I think you got about 31 days to give up whatever it is you are giving up or whatever. Because some people give up, some people say, I will do.
Yeah.
So you got 31 days to give up or to do your thing. And although I haven't done anything for Lent, I do encourage you to carry on past the 40 days if you feel something that's benefiting your life. Just quickly, while we've still got a couple more, well, we haven't really got any time, but anyway, remember Mother's Day is just around the corner. It's on the 6th of March.
It's actually like a week and a bit.
It's a week and a bit. I think it's not this Sunday, it's the following.
Oh my God.
Is that right? I'm sure it is,
Are you ready?
I'm not ready because I have an idea of what I want to do for the women in my life, my mother and a few other women in my life. So I haven't. No, I'm not ready. But I'm telling you guys, it is just around the corner. So if you do have plans, start getting them in action.
Yeah, man. If you need to get them presents, if you need to get them flowers, you need to get them teddy bears. If you need to book those massages, those spa days,
hotel, whatever.
You better do them now.
Definitely. So you cannot say you was not warned.
Exactly.
You've got a week and a half, I think, left to go. So please do get your plans in order.
Yeah, guys, so that is it for tonight. We're so sorry. We would have liked, some more messages and stuff like that. But again, we can keep this going on our Facebook, on our Twitter. So, hit us up, talk to us. We'll definitely kind of keep it going and stuff like that. Because, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to bed yet. But so it would be nice.
I've got to work in the morning.
I do have work, but still, I'll be on the Twitter.
Well,
but yeah.
Guys, good night. Have a good week ahead, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
See you next week, guys.
Thank you to all the listeners, the callers, the silent listeners. Hope to hear from you next week. Even like Jules said, if you're a bit shy, just drop us a text. But until then, take care.
Bye, guys. God bless. Mwah.